me pacho ene me wo Okankwe Central constituency na ehwo na me kodi nkomo ede afiri Okankwe ase omo wo issues bebre ya me pon amefa baby amene nam no ya me fa sa constituency nim wotimi say issues wo ho amkro mo ampi ne hwan po wo mo number ntimi din po o de say wo mo tew wo ya ampi na mo number sa wodi kra yira many abema Baba Sadiq ewa ha ena me ne bebo ne constituency no ehwo nkomo ona ya parliamentary candidate de mo Okankwe Central Baba ti say
Yaa Titi bibia boko
potential creative arts you know oh yeah jam ba no amount appointment na obey creative art for bone
this age man
well some ma jam te the ones say ye won crofo bia they are expert in what they are doing what the adwuma ne masa nipa na utimi koda enye omo ayede am omo afedi omo na ma asa to omo ne akasa kasa tentente wabon what you say Baba
yes Yaa Titi
constituency to say
bibia boko sisi ekoso I think within the last few days yeah constantly yeah chiwi na Easter so abim until the whole of last week and echo weekend na yeah ni ebimu yeah iftar na kwada no so yeah kids party na ye ni mpinifo no so ebi wo aye di nkomo heba ni na no mpunto nsem na ama ye ni nkofo na obi aye di nkita ho se ne be ya dache nyamabwa na yenso yenya satumi na be hu se ne betimi akono na yama yedi mpuntu akọ
me ya sure say wo ye campaign so a wo ye wonam grounds so then na wo hu
there's a lot I constituency here o hwe constituency na de bia makana o bibia ekosin ne imebuno no doso ena maybe no so be no
baby amefa bia be no mtitidua se na bi boda me ne ade
yes ejuma ho sem be no aye ready o ma krado
you say
qualified o me ejuma nkombe obia pe some any decent income be ejuma ni o ena o mu sheda any idea na ehihye bia ya to no a ebetimi afa so make sure say emebu no more consensus so on be fa so enya ejuma aye until for 12 years no bebrebe na it's been one complaint after one complaint after one
the same complaint
yes and they bia so kwa ono mu di nkoma omo kan sem chew oni mu di nkoma fefe na bibia ka che so oh mo politicians no ene ye mo ba na say ya hobrase mu aye toma mo a ebia ye hum biom
omo di kind no
exactly economy sana akose because of omo di kind intia because obi be ka che say every election year bia no omo nipa bia obeba omo hono na ebia omo ba omo base and I get to hono mo ni apepe bi kakra mo omo hu ni biom omo ntene ho nsem biom election so eso biom
no asa unity
no asa so biom until so it's become the mode and MP hono mo no it's become his style ono no obobi ska and then obi nyi ska pa no Cecilia da pa deputy minister intino enye wenye ska so yeah currently Ghana water board chairman inti o ska pa so it's exactly the same thing air cost without any strategic plan say ebia ishishaye we na pesa me ya bigidi say every quarter say na pesa me de faso na emebu no etimi enye dwumaye. These are the numbers. So you see say in 12 years it's difficult so because some of the electoral areas no nya abrantia na be mu ebia wason nsa wotime de na call ebia police immigration and fire service. It's difficult to get it.
Yeah, so why your business bi kura?
Yes. E wo mu say me ahye bedwani de wo primary job ni say wo shemra. But unse mra bia wo hye bia no say etimi enya a desired income objective. It is our desired objective no sometimes na akoche. So if you are the MP, one of the things they say to me, say you have to be able to find ways and means that with me in your desired income na more whilst law no na rana ocean and also into bon say yes sister bar okaki north say Teresa within sa one term we share send ye mebuni bebre wetima boa bebre enye ejuma aye and say ya me call no hono ma me ne to no mo mebuni almost about 16 am aba no hono ma bebe no mba be dana so mo na mo wofo wo de bia ko immigration fire service ama me bisa ne say
Oh yeah, the same.
Because who are position?
Who opposition? No crowd with me. Yeah.
There's one thing I catch him say. Sankobane say, "Oh, you be out to me out there." And I will near break. Why you won't crowd say, "O person buanipa na o pay juma mind me bunoa." Say juma obeti my. And she did it in opposition. Now all of these things, shows you say anchor. If there was one person I saw to me say juma will be a more anchor MP away on. Anchor within 12 years in cry a fan. Afibia nanka unyanipa bako for 12 years here with this one. Me this anka you go to all the electoral areas. Ubenya mebu nibi almost about 12 maybe or maybe a police, fire service, army, and now some of the state jobs be the role no gives you opportunity to be able to lobby for. Into no. So these are but some of the things are on the grounds are and again, if you go to some part of the constituency also in Mano, a fan eye 24 doors. They need some better for support and yet once in a lifetime you want to be out on. And I do it every time. Me catch it be say Nancy I'm call because I quite election year no. I'm to Indomie for instance, what to Indomie be out of box back and I'm that come on. Okay, it's fine. Mache baby says a banesa mention as even parliamentary candidate. I mean I don't enjoy one bicycle now to I'll be able to do that. Me yeah no na men share no kwanso and to mami. There should be that and more. Sending she share ben I may make sure say jumana o ye no consistently be an acquire permanent. Either say be permanent and say ubetime nya ho fa so betima expand because and no onya ho fa so na we expand ya ebia sister be eto nchen ho no ma obefa na ejuma ono so not to ho no ma for almost some 6 months one here no so ko bi ni de na kanka so sustainable livelihood. Any sustainable level or having a sustainable level, dear, it's one of the things that Edama Komaso Amiji say consistent no kobia, uno be a din koma. These are omuhi and some nibi in two things, jobs, sustainable income, no, dear, and more muhi and some,
pressing needs more,
very pressing needs. And then, also with education, my koto, and I mean, in terms of social infrastructure, you go around, your schools, baby. Some of them this are buying a bay, but ya ye no to soko father must school dan kese ba ko e wo hono o ko apem the same thing and this na mama na ye no all within 4 years why be so tasanoma en kan na e school be a friend damn boy in kwanana na e wo hono mo ye do ma ko tasano de no but you go to some of the schools are ye see no they don't have desk. You need modern ICT center. You need and now add for Juma any offense say computer and we don't have it. We don't even have libraries within these constituencies. We need na nanka say etimi BBF the legacy project bia. Na say make legacy project na makai Ashanti in seven. Anka MP bia. As MP bia and yes say ye beba na say oh ebia emra aso in 12 years. Now, say everything that you point to say, oh, wabono mo dey say, wabono mo dey okwan ben so ejuma ben waye, na okwa here I buying central government ejuma bi waye maybe waje abono so. Every MP supposed to have his own legacy project. Ukwa constituencies be apart from central government say ebe ambe okwan no be yesa nyamedi bia obo no na. MP bia one legacy project be ma library, be ICT center, be youth and job center, be skills acquisition centers, community centers, be nyama be bria. Community enhance omo puntu and enhance omo livelihood. We na are part of it and anka the constituency did almost that when they say 12 years there will be able to do almost 12 years there be brain so they should be able to have some of these things but and also at some of the things that they be almost kai say almost semi na me boa na omutimi omo mama say to me na we nyama we be na say to me DNA bebre and you know so we've been preaching the message
okay me name say uyo bia when it comes to the creative art because say we are top notch e wo papa wo show constituency ni mu a is there a possibility say we industry na wo mu no wo betimi amane afa nkrofo bi wo ho no ma almost wo interest wo ma betimi afa such channel no so abua wo mana.
Yes.
Do they have interest in the
There's a lot of them already in the crowd. Obama Ejuma 3 music on mona. Here maybe no be a free constituency no we made Ejuma 3 music and me form free constituency on mo. It be a editors, it be a graphic designers, it be brain no cry you share you share almost send editing the graphic design. So mo free constituency man we Ejuma 3 music on mo.
Okay.
And every year so me yep sami program Wonderland no so you maybe no be a form you share mo some aspect of event organizing, and you give them a stipend, you pay them so that they can work on the event, for that particular period. We now yet, and every year so for 11 years ni particular was our creative abilities, be a program be a more quine within the constituency. They come to show their skills, industry full, be any itimi bombs, so nice exposure and be brave, a day at home. But one of the things ewo makoma so ampesa me and there are two things. In fact, my chomo boss aside from say member na mabeboa na yahemra no me pese be TBB FNO Youth and Job Center.
Okay.
Na Youth and Job Center hono no e wonyama ba ko mienu miense bia me pese Youth and Job Center na AMI. In 12 years unemployment is a big problem within the constituency, and so you need to have an innovative approach to solving that unemployment problem. Into Youth and Job Center and the AMI and say every year beyond every quarter beyond in a bit me a coordinated job placement am I be in the constituency.
Okay.
Or by a constituency more there's a lot of great businesses within the constituency. The biggest advertising group the headquarters is in our constituency. What's it called? Carrot Vision. Agon Group no. DDP parent company. Yes, Okaikwe Central no. 18 drugs Okaikwe Central. There's a lot of businesses and can the beginning of the year biano that Youth and Job Center will become sa be a bit coordinated emamu obi who say bia there are what is it called more internship within the year na 20 more dear because more pretty or your constituency more prioritize a mobile be more my be at 10 so the Youth and Job Center becomes a place where you can coordinate it again for those call security services more and at the adeno once you are in power and particularly when you are the member of parliament who are bigger leverage to be able to ensure so other than that they are left with that situation be brain on person and then you charge be more 330,000 cedis almost 300 million 20,000 cedis so the Youth and Job Center and it becomes a place you can coordinate. Then there's an aspect of the Youth and the Job Center my friend Creative and Innovation Lab. Creative Innovation Lab and then hormone is simple. I'm interested in ABA film, fashion, photography, music, inside Juma and all of those things, A baby beer hormone ebia o train se bia wontimi enti eno nto tifie no yen be fa so consistent with yen NDC on your plan be a friend national apprenticeship program is jomama ahyen bo so yeah, and so we'll begin to operate it on a smaller on a constituency scale where every quarter bia no frank of what to say 100 waba one person is editing waba Youth and Innovation Hub on Youth and Innovation Center on the creative and innovation part of it, we see editing. One person is graphics, we see photography, we see one person is fashion. So, the coordinates to ensure say young kofa, you do be share. No, we see say Juma win. Now, we in swa. Someone I say to me the mouth. Now, what to me a shower because the creative industry is about the only industry. Ultimately, kusia their bar. You don't have to wait so be bema we Juma. Because you are hairdressing. Oh, machine quality. Oh, machine. Yes, you show jar. You can also begin. Obi or enough to crown a camera from one camera and has no the on one film company. Obi so on more ABI production. Which any production you maybe be more consensus more one come to more no abitimas aboam no create science and so creative and innovation hub no is an integral part of the Youth and Innovation Center MIGD say and then in almost about 12 years this is but one of the innovative ways I bet me at their survey your unemployment problem. Into no by the end of the year biano you'll be able to know say ABR first quarter no your coordinated job placement am I able say this number ekoha and I yet me eboa ebi mo so it me inside the juma this number ekoha say so in 4 years if even every quarter bia o yanko for 100 every quarter there's 4 quarter in a year within 1 year when yanko 400 in 4 years no when yanko for say 400 times 4.
Yeah.
So you get the total
about 1,000.
Exactly 1,600.
Yeah.
So you get that 1,600 and can no. Mijidi say it will be one of the ways ebetimi atitoswa eridiswa. So I say so.
Their work is it going to be in line with the former President Mahama youth apprenticeship
National Apprenticeship Program.
National Apprenticeship.
Exactly.
Part of a underrate in all constituencies, and I say some selected constituencies are all lobby or constituencies will be part of it.
The good part about our National Apprenticeship Program and say Namika Yemwa ye put manifesto together 2020 no and this year. Part of she share with that and they say it will become a bit more consistency based. So we'll be to track it, the impact and the value or the Emma. Into the name was as idea from that particular point. And I'm also me constituency on the more. Once me who say because the question now is that say maybe no be etifi omini ejuma and every election year biano amanya for near call near paper crabia momo montomai they don't see the they don't feel the impact. Nan say I'm one of the ghettos are na me no mudin komo. You know they were very open to me. I catch them say 2020 MP otoso and no eba omo hono sese ne di bia bria oye no oba omo hono mo na obro omo cement one bag no mo muska but ekosi nne no 4 years after the fact no oda so tigeto a onyaya ankene no so mo se omo hono mo no mo bibia no mpeso mo ye bibi kakra wono but be si nne no ejuma pa so mutimi ye no omo libi na se yan so me ko bibia MP no waboabo omo eba ne sa election ye no waboabo yan ma ni bi omumra groups of 10 mombeje 3,000 300 ntime kom ga so ebia say mo taxes nti arepa odi abade ye so mutumeje ma me no nani age misa so ante anye bia wo ba say wo ba because e mama emebu no bia ma beti ase so odi ba bi o no ma me ni didi nkoma the man di 21 years watena fie for almost 6 years. So I told the woman, say, hey,
and every 4 years, no, I could get 300. And
the election year, and the 300 abroad, taxes. Me catch almost a monk, say nipa we no necessarily that power, no any deputy minister. Omo no mokoti got him $43 million. So I got them 10 more and 18 free. Ibrahim Mama no yen for free no. Omo mokoti got him $43 million. It idea na da ho na free. And then no motivity $43 million. Yem funding per se idea na free no. The actual value of it equal $30 million in pod ya kano. Mijidi so bia ni bibia e bia ehye. Sisila da party na yo. You want them pass obi dia ho no mo ayenye huye enti bebre na no they are coming to terms with the fact say enne no ye be chema wa e usika e woto ene ajeje because he's enjoying it, he's being paid from your taxes on that bro. But my mama obia ti asese de hia tutu senior e bia the trend that bro was o mama o de waje but oba na watina fie 6 years no. You need a quick and effective way and then obetime nyam ya ono nso no obetime nyam papa bi aya me gidi say sai juma no anka o ya sa trend dey there about every 4 years abibia no anka e bia ono every month obema o dey chance no too much ahwe no ahwe ni ono nso ne bisua. So sa youth and a job center dear, it's very very important. It's one of the plans that I intend to, because it came from the feedback adebia na mete. You go mesomi mebuno mete mebuno no almost say ye and I spend a lot of time with them into corner a juma on say oh he juma they tell you
kasa ni nyina ya job
baby na kacha o say uma is kind he is piska but the here tutu ne say ye juma yensu ye deep my hair on. So I say uko get to I mean go one etina get to me no man etina community no within the last 1 month my be crisscrossing basis ni na me no mo area iftar. It's the same message. It you know me jidi say the absence of an innovative idea anchor, you can use it to ensure say abri biano all year round biano or the found echo netina mebune ni juma free ho e mom peso musensa na juma no mo ye ni na no. The big inspiration came from the National Apprenticeship Program, because National Apprenticeship Program say designing and say opeso suan sa na juma bebre ti fia science and juma is so mo peso musuano e so mu chia utrinsa uchinsa no ne boy den enne ubisa obi akoso so opam me no mudi mani bi edi nkomo bi so am so uchinsa ne say ne say na am charge me na me so 500 system see there be 1800 yeah so ko sua say na pama dia which is 1800 and yes sisters be breti fia and then no omunya 1800 ontimi enkutua sa otwinsa no and then no MP no wabobo iska o ma ye maame mu trend cities trend no so no and so even
entimi enkutua etirinsa no
so the idea behind the national apprenticeship program and say who out if say me MP through my youth and job center no me bobo adin no nyina no nkofo am pe sa moye no then through the national apprenticeship program no baby opeso ko so ejuma bia no e betua sa outreach na ma for free wa ko so opeso sua se ne boti e betua ma opeso sua se ne makeup e betua ma opeso sua se ne plumbing e betua ma fitters na mo ye constituency no mo doso ko apenkwa side hono mo enka no from apenkwa stretching na no na akoye se buffer zones into some part of it akoye se buffer zones into fitters no mo doso no na omo yejuma papa almost about some 4 years ago na ebe yi be free hono mo apenkwa no ya bebe no omo anu ejuma na ebo omo bebe no they couldn't get up into but there are a lot of them are and then part of the ways you can support them one and then say ebi abepe asase papa be buffer zones across the constituencies no their mom but second in say if I buy betimi etiomo sai utrinsa no send by mebu no be mo constituency betimi so ebi person sua spraying electrician obi person sua fitting your nyama be bra eno na buy so be fa ho ketua on the national apprenticeship program no we sua no uwie nso a na wa person ujina wo so pursue your own program bia we sua hairdressing be also share wo small saloon efifia sa emwaye na ohia no ebia ohia dryer obi ohia wi kakra obi wi kakra no buying on the national apprenticeship program no you say you fine no and I said John Dramani Mahama. So it's the same concept and I may deliver no through me youth and job center now me person me creating no constituency no because me just say through the youth and job center no ebia under sa 4 year because me the message I give to everybody and say ebia one may be mo 30 years one party ebia dipa baako no mama no 12 years me no me nka sama me 12 years no odi ama me first 4 years no na sa ebona me hyemo no any ideas we need no just to experience how I'll be able to do some of these things then after that so I come to you so we renew on the basis of the bono no renew into within that same 4 years at least we'll be able to get in targeting at least 1,600 young people from within the constituency omunye bibi eya omudi hu faso beyond that there's another layer of J4 also no betimi issue the coordinate some grants and our loans and our business support be amamo obetimi di hu faso ni we ni na no plus ejuma oben no mahwebeje no mention say there will be good laws e be ne say your MPs from minority side no make sure say the LGBTQ laws are passed the MP parliament will be but say he's one of the MPs that supported the fact that the bill should not be assented by the president because if he doesn't support it, there are a lot of Christians and Muslims within your constituency. Your voice would have been heard by now. And now be more president pressure to ensure say your uncle be to Abama. It drew first Sundays be me cause Sundays sorry I mean in Asia. The share so any be home. As any you say Ghana for any Christopher also your own value system LGBTQ plus and count into making sure that we pass the right laws, applying the necessary pressures to ensure that the right laws that reflects the values of the country are passed. We now are part of the job. I mean, say to me now, I'll be able to do this and more. Fortunately for me, so no, bebe na ehun the fact that nyama me kano no enya dia mabom chima me kano keke. These are things I've been able to do even in my own private life. And I had 3 music awards and while the land business baby are able to be me the faso edim faso which means say itima ye we be da going forward we can do this and more.
I have be the account. So me go so amene Baba Sadiq di enkomo NDC parliamentary candidates or Okankwe Central eniti ye go so aye hwe na ni suade hunu for Okankwe Central ya share unemployment issue and the convefa so betimi address that particular issue me questions be 2-3 bia ya pese me ye be hwe job center and I say job menga say job center or person creating no me be say me who say say job fair to de be aban ne ye ne center was we create a wode emma opportunities emma mabunu etimi nya adwuma ye no difference ban na wo ono ne de no ene aban ne de ne ntem na afen so wutimi hu say fada man so de Wonyaka fada ma won kran ha nkrofo adwen ye omo say anhwe am Robert na abekwa akwacheche omo because you say omo ho no you notorious to me say criminals hub nti eno no ye be ne den na yetimi atene ye din no ama at least anya positive wa abonten kakra nti first one no baba mpese me hwe wo job center na pese wo ye no difference be ne be wo ene sisi ade aban ye ya na no koye job fair kra nkofo koye stampede o mutieti o mo ho so abinum kra prepra ye o se mi chirim
first and foremost no your constituency no eson you were 5 electoral areas fadama ye baako
okay
fadama ne gbemomo electoral area ofi fadama so na wakọ bebi efene blemago electoral that is abeka you were Wayaman electoral area that's Botry you were Apenkwa electoral Tesano ni Apenkwa ni nakeka ho and you were Olengle electoral area that's La Paz e court na mecha traffic light no
okay
enya no kwen so say constituency for no enye obi a yenye etutu asem yenye obi a obeka say ye aswodenfo me no ye fadama
sana fadama ke ka say perception e wa bonten
but a wrong perception say me bia me ho na o me yo me kon yo mo fadama me no fadama me ko school haro from beginning fit me school fit assess ko CGSS 3 me kon wa haro abeka me hye me makranta madrasa ase ne me hye ase wo madrasa be fen halibun walid e wo blemago electoral area and some to as one Ansarudin e chief imam school na vice president Ashanebo any MP no o ma Ashanebo for 6 years o muntimi wi but I know another matter 6 years in here school down school
mayan kan wasem
school no edda hono mo a ye ejuma na mo amaba enkrakum ena mo be share
but ada asay abubu ana
o say o person expand ma no ena o be share bo ena o ma be share bo no 6 years ni say school dan no omunsi wi nkwada no ene no omutita
baba o ma bo foundation ana
that say school already was existing into no buy omububu some other part am person omusi no ena o so omu share project na say but 6 years ni project no omuntimi wi
did o ma ombabubu no o ma bubu no kwa
omuntimi nya hohwe
school they say
I'm sorry that's the chief imams Onua ni school one of the madrasa me ye usua wo religious and offense me call apart from halibun walidi no ntimi ye description na me call no omu ye nti kwada na nemu otabo dan mu a ewo ukọ fadama school wo 6 years ni 6 years and this is some of the issues are you face with the constituency nti de bia me catch on for
na so omunya ready enu kwa se nkomko bubu ba bia
exactly na ne so okububu eso jana sa na nkwada na chichiva no noa oye na ade Onua oye na ade wa oba e so peso koye ma no opeso okububu na we expand 6 years ni a untimi wi empini nkahwe and typical with
okogina mu nusu nkahwe
and the interesting part is say ba me na oye sa promise na ma chief imam no no ye muslimin chief imam ni muslimin fo ina epinin chese okodi atro say opeso usi ni school ama no 6 years ni the leader of Muslims in the country ntimi man but the promise
me ti wasama okay asi ya asa okay ka kwati say ba umi akotwa ntra kire chief imam
this is exactly the facts because ono ni skill eda ho na wo say wa kosi ama no na 6 years ni wuntimi NCM man no na wuntimi wie man no what have you done wuntimi nya man which atro but one of the promises am share mo bo and is actually John Ramana mama waka and recently Croatia chief imam and Yaa Okrah no usi so private say adia omu wia omuntimi wia that ye ba be mo one of the things that within the constituency no and why be that ye constituency usi school adan kesi a usi no fada ma hono no say school adan no usi within 4 years na usi ba ko 3 constituency no
that's some of them more benefits
yes and they be any obi edin koma bebe na nim say even though for 12 years your constituency in the Scatten Blasa your trauma MP and your trauma your presidential candidate regardless you would see say NDC as a consensus, you know, say a party or journey your constituency for na NDC because majority of the significant projects.
Or Kago Central. More to scat and blast or pa. As a motto parliamentary name NPP candidates now. No matter presidential no Ediama JM.
Yes, because of campaign MP no ya or tie execute to say MP no the strategy no hit on campaign and money presidential candidates.
Oh, a company money
or company man into so ebia you say mu pemo NDC intino say he takes advantage of low information. So ebi hamodi montom emma me na montom emma jo mama because when you say ebi ankofo no the constituency fa na beto ama jo mama but then no omo be hun say
scatter blast na mo
because so person jo mama eba power or ba power waye wode hihye bibre ene ebo bibre aba wa hya man say opeso ebi an no he needs to go to parliament do enya sa support sa FSN approval no but then no parliament no ni majority in parliament untimi emphasize number and there is no way a Mama can work with or no MP now ofi sa FSN party. There's no way because I mean take your mind back in the last 4 years your passing laws be a etimi de ahotre abakro no ma obia airfare e-levy ka ho the taxes are almost 27%. The MP of the constituency or a vice chairman of the finance committee in parliament titu say be before I be plenary no mo ye say juma no o ka and ya pass our law so minority the car say there be e-levy no yem pass ye nya hwe so no wan ka say e bia your constituency phobia omo pe John Mahama mo pe NDC anka ordinary lombe to ma NDC nti omunti no me make sure say it won't pass o one can sa odini party nichi so when in extra say there's no way at that John Mahama beba power science say we now person de ba e de ahoto any puntu aba Ghana near constituency ni na no there's no way on over for us. So the party say Debbie and Yadia for us, there's no one over for us. There's no way he will break ranks with them. Interneno be brain be who say and yes get and blouse in here. What's most important is that say a trauma John Mama, your trauma Baba Sadiq say they be making sure say John Mama be nyasa majority in parliament no. The science she we na media because science she be no it needs to be regulated by an act. National Apprenticeship Program. You need to find a vehicle or better drive, you know, very driving very your nyama be bridge or mama so bar or she would want to repeal the e-levy. Na sa ho chena e de Ghana for na komunu nano will be taken away. Say juma we ni na.
Ba mi aso no so bo betwam.
But say so no to so sesia. Enyo no hono no de buy. Omo no de buy, omo no make argument say e ade anya de pa. Now so be repeal and ne ya repeal or yen so or starting process or be because he already minority in parliament and say and ya there so he will get the FSN support. There will not be any FSN against him. So why not now? It's when a person say these are someone say ba ni here majority in parliament now. Part of the seat I saw to me winning a can win majority. Greater Accra say person majority. I say to me winning 5 more seats. At the cut 20 seats now your parliament, So if it's really winning 5 more seats, one of the seats, critical seats, say to me winning, you calculate central. It's a this message has gone down. Sir, MP campaign now say I'm on too much on mama now to mommy. And I say, when you're friends and I'm on mammy no. I told you. To John Mama need the better man. We are very certain say it's coming into power. And we are also very confident say send your campaign your interactions.
You see how scatter and blast campaign.
She said no son no he doesn't he campaigns for himself. The strategy no campaign man he friends and a party no and I know that his party really like to take a very strong exception to it, but what's most important is that a party constituency for be who say wagadre ni kanana no your because obey we no enya do abakotena parliament no waka say ebia assembly na ba e-levy ya de ahocha beba intino ye and cophobia constituency on more almost almost to Abama eto my NDC which they follow the ideology of the NDC in Tiabani 11 no means so my could di evidence ideology no they've seen say it doesn't work and so they will obviously need somebody that would match the expectation of the party in power say a bar obviously no any yen ishishaya per se ye no particularly those that I say to me parliament the kunya ho kwan yetimi yani na no they will need somebody that can match it. Most importantly ye ben here obi a ote consensus na ase ye wo no one more te ase ote issues na ase obi a owo sa energy no obi a waye bi da even in his private life enya fe na e bia oba and trying to come improve a point fencing a certain trying to come improve himself will be able to improve himself in private capacity or beso obey bi not the bar and so be some will be what issues now so he wants to go deeper into it and I be Bena they tell you say this is about the first time that they are hearing a message and a boy obi shamo because previous years you know Domotiano particularly from the MPs who to say modidi mumeji skakakrebi it's gone beyond that in punto no yes it's kind of the amount will be at as so everybody on meje e musika e omo tax sene no ase no for no now so in punto ho nsem ehia omo hia nsem ehia omo very very well intino eno so na ye wo so sesia wo constitution
menim say me start here na me ka say anya hwe ye ba no entertainment industry ni dia wo ye top notch ewumpa. What has been the NPP's government impact our creative industry?
Zero.
Oh.
Yes, me catch you zero.
How?
Yes, it will be a friend of the culture, arts, and tourism industries, and the tourism, culture, and art industry. Almost about 8 years ago, almost sharing about 21 promises.
21 promises.
21 different promises. We'll be one on manifesto. We'll be pull your manifesto. I have it on my for me to me pull your mouth. Out of the 21 manifesto, 21 promises, no, I'll be me not try me be here. Then I'll read all of it to you. Na me bisa and I'll be a tea biano. You baby some say, oh my entias here, dear and on my amai. So it's been zero.
Nothing. Nothing. No more. Cause the year of return you buy ye and go for buy Ghana buy my say a creative artist get buy 1 year some ketwa.
The thing about the NPP and say, bad they like to take things that currently exist and then turn it around and brand it. No more job. I mean, sure I say.
So year of return was in existence before.
Okay. So year of return now no more the buy. Largely, the real idea of the year return no more the buy. It failed. The real idea of real turn of the buy was to promote yen slave heritage, which is not air coso with Panafest. That is what Panafest was doing, promoting Ghana's slave heritage. So I say, forts and castles, because there are over 40 forts and castles within the country. And West Africa, Ghana, Ebibia, that has the most forts and castles, which means that has a lot of touch points of slave trade. You know? It's here. So the idea was that the 400 years of the return of the slave, which was inaugurated in US, there were different African countries that wanted to position themselves as the go-to place. Africans in the diaspora, no, some who be fear. You come to Kenya was pushing for it, Nigeria was pushing for it, Ghana so was pushing for it. So they were pushing the idea. Say in 2019, teach you between the summer period. August, September, June, July, August, September, see October. No, they are trying to get a lot of the diasporans, no, a baby fee, and they'll come in here. They launch a campaign. They try to push an idea, and amfa no. Now you will be a see Okrah say every December, as far as I know. Sa 2019, you know, when it happened, and I'm branding intent to make a friend a year of return. Now, what am I talking about? Every December, young Ghana from one money, they come back home. It is Bibi and Ewo Kruma say ya. Baby, no more 2 coin. They replicated it. Omo di bronya. Once I'm Accra, Ghana, you was hard na. You do bronya oku krum. You ntina. No popular you buy obi in Kase 24 of Kurum. It is because of this phenomenon. It's Ghana for now, that were part of this phenomenon. No more it do December be amubifi. Obi ankaime. Every activity that happened in 2019 was happening before 2019 and had people coming. Look, Afrochella and Shasi 2019. I shall say way before 2019. I'm friend year of return. Now I'm for so Eba Pepe. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Rapaholic was happening 7 years prior to 2019. So Rapaholic. There was a number of show. AC, as far as I remember, Akwaba UK4 no omo share say some promote events every London from the late 90s. Nearby say last 3 days or 4 days of the year into New Year, no, they promote Dennis Teria. Nobody London for Naba, no my party no more. So this has been happening over time, late 90s, 2000s, ABC, and Neno. So 2019, what happened different? It was the same thing that happened in December.
Afrochella,
Rapaholic, Aquaba parties, Afro Nation. In fact, Afro Nation, I worked on Afro Nation. Yeah, and Afro Nation, every year, first Afro Nation Okrah 2019. However, Afro Nation was supposed to come into the country at least a year before, or a year and a half before.
Oh, okay.
And by some delays here and there, then we did, what's it called, Afro Nation in 2019. Okay. So all these things has been happening, and Afro Nation happened because over time, from the late 90s, December, Ghanaians in the diaspora come back home, or Africans in the diaspora come to Ghana in December. Ghana is always busy. Obiabeka say every December be a traffic back home. Yes, summer back home and all of this. Yes. So now we were looking to promote our slave heritage and driving people into the country between a particular point in time in 2019. Because we worked on a particular event, the Wara Cox event in 2019 August. We didn't have the people.
So the main mechanism, but Tayana see year of return
was to repeat the Panafest AMI. Was okay. A Panafest was bringing the black dance, and then from December they were coming within a particular period. They go to Cape Coast. There were a number of activities. It was positive. Not Ghana, Africa, the whole world. Any na Ghana. Take your mind back to Panafest from 94, 95. In fact, Hip Life, the story of Hip Life began fully from Panafest. Because 94, Reggie Roston had come back home on Panafest. Into Oba Hornman from Panafest, this was somebody that was rapping already, was an entertainer, he was a dancer, and the story of the branding of what he was doing as Hip Life, it began from that Panafest 94 story. Okay. So this is how it's been evolving. It's about saying at December in Ghana, which has always been good for Ghana. They be a man for a back room no ye. About the saying I won't call by 2019. We branded as your return. Now I can say, I idea wabo homody. At the end of your file. Say events no more and one or two cow, and I want to born who drew and I then away file. Nothing. But most important, share bo, a buying we a share bo. 21 different promises to the tourism, art, and culture space. Omo bano, almost say, but I say. Also, they will transform the Ghana Tourist Authority into a modern and efficient institution, including invest in tourism IT, UT, as an enabler to improve knowledge and sharing of information about tourism opportunities in the country. Did it happen or not? Have they digitized their processes? Today, I doubt in process GTA if they have a very proper website in Pana, proper online campaigns. They haven't done that. Okay. Almost say they will engage with the diaspora as a source of socio-economic and cultural development. How are they looking to achieve this? How have they done this? Almost also Eka say they will establish a creative arts council that will harmonize the various interest groups. So far, when they were leaving, what I know is that the creative industry bill has been passed, but execution of it hasn't happened. It's not happened. That's one of it. Almost say they will protect the copyright of Adinkra symbols in accordance with the Copyright Act 2005, Act 690, and build a detailed inventory of all our cultural assets. They couldn't do it. And then National Folklore Board say fill up the full appointment of the board. Almost say they will partner with the private sector to set up a state-of-the-art hospitality teaching facility with an operational hotel, classrooms, kitchens, library, and dormitories. NCA. Obviously, they will construct modern large sitting theaters in every region capital except Accra, beginning with Takoradi, Tamale, and Kumasi. Munkoko, all the regional capitals, almost large sitting theaters.
Okay, until say Baba Kikani
Boma. Zero. So what make it 21 promises? Now it mean deliver by Kodia. Say a 0/0. Who deliver by Kwani Akase 1/21.
1/21.
Me kase omuntimin deliver sana, and the industry is worse off. Omo kase copyright omo beshan kina omo kansem. The first group of creative arts for change edu omechi. ABC neno. The creative industry is worse off. the creative industry. There's no plan, there's no direction. And saying Yampono will be our invest to a creative industry more titu for a long time. Why invest here for so many years? We'll be see what walk so be see last sitting theater so won't mean see or no way to maybe CB when you're listening be BBA or trade fair. Board no any CEO no akosho no ebubunyama all no money na. With all the cameras and all the investment that is there, continuously making the creative industry very poor for it. Is this obia? Meanwhile, the tourism, art, and culture industries has a lot of what you be bringing him say ejuma we amoye eka creative economy no ejuma we media industry and then over TV3 me I remember tama na ye pese private sector eba Ghana Film Studios home no na omu ye hu dede and na investment in ebe mu no. And then I expand there about media general. You more radio stations it created jobs in the first time. Maybe be brave or say. And then media general you can as part of the creative economy. No, mean high you wouldn't have anything less than 1,000 people on your payroll.
Yeah.
Across the nation.
Yeah.
That's creative industry. Omo buti creative industry. Omo makeup creative industry no. Omo pama de creative industry no. Omo architecture design creative industry no. How are you making life better for them? Omo architecture mpono. Edu baby etu de dia yepe architects kwa no design our friends saying design creating new designs for state projects no. Omo jamu Ghana for nyina ekwa abrochi. Eko for obi buy or say family and friends or madam Eko buy Emma and the project to the tune of almost about $300 million. So that's a cathedral account, trade fair account. That might be break account.
Okay.
So when and I've always made the point say if you're looking for a particular grouper, mine so make creative value, a creative impact. Na obiati me di fasona. You can't talk about the current government and the Nanado Bahumia-led government. Okay. Most important, Obaye constituency, 12 years near, unemployment is still very high among young people. How? Because there's not been any activity. And then it is difficult. So we are Bemumu, Blemago, and I fence a winya in Mebunwa, Omododo Doswa, Waswaman Sa. And I say it, Obioti, if you constituency in Mubiano, or dear, Blemagoa, Onimifibia, Modamun Nantimu. Yamama one month election ye ebia media tro ebia minim dia meka go and find out o mebunu wa son nsa edi obi mon kan omo dodo ye sen e de o makop immigration police fire service army ene nkeka wo zilch meanwhile afibia no ogadeska na ne apan ma menum ne apan mpenyufo ne bi ne ahye so wo de mombaji we kakra na wapa ne converse so mon kwara nkaka se obono homodin meanwhile no uyi central based government project if you know what is senia onye bibia coastal development authority abe pavement block yes on no ye chief mama request say be astrotef amano father so no ye but really ask him say and I ask Obi say Onua nkasa ni legacy projects any be mo esi ICT center, community center, job youth and job center, library, any ade no need ye when here. Na kwada neso.
Your friend Baba Sadiq.
Onua 95.1 FM. Yeah,